full-scale invasion in 2022, created to unite all of us, the purpose has not become less urgent or less relevant today. We have important discussions ahead of us, and none more urgent than the issue of European security. Dear Volodymyr, for almost 4 years, you and your countrymen has been defending Ukraine against a merciless full-scale Russian aggression. You are fighting with outstanding determination. And right now you are fighting for European security, holding back Putin, defending all Europeans. You have done what no one thought possible, and you support our steadfast support. We are around 50 leaders here today from all over Europe. We represent very different countries. We have our own interests, our own headaches, and our own wishes for the future. I know that for some of you, the threat from Russia is very clear and very present. For others, it still seems further away. But none of us can no longer be naive. The war was never just about Ukraine. It is about Europe. All our nations, all our citizens, our values, and our freedom. And please just take one look at the history of our continent. From the expansion of the Russian Empire to Soviet tanks rolling across several borders during the Cold War, shattering hopes of freedom. And recent history tells us the exact same story. So why shouldn't it happen again? Russia is now converting into a war economy, using every opportunity to intimidate, to threaten, and to divide us. Unfortunately enabled by China, with soldiers from North Korea and drones from Iran. And I see no signs that Putin and Russia's imperial fever dream stops with Ukraine. On the positive side, many European nations are ready to do what is necessary to support peace in Ukraine and in Europe. But peace with Russia can only be achieved through strength. We have to strengthen Ukraine and weaken Russia with more sanctions. We have to be able to finance the armed forces in Ukraine. All of us have to deliver more weapons, more ammunition, and we have to do it faster. Nowhere it will make a greater impact for European security than at the front lines in Ukraine. It's not charity, what we're doing in Ukraine. It is a direct defense of our continent. And at the same time, we have to rearm ourselves, Europe. I know that almost everybody have increased their military budgets massively over the last years. And we have taken very important steps in the European Union, in Europe in general, and in NATO. So, in other words, we are on our way, but we have to move much faster. We have to learn from Ukraine, your sense of urgency, building an incredible defense industry in just a couple of years. We must take that lesson and we have to speed up. But building a stronger military is not enough. We need more than that. Because Russia has intensified its use of hybrid means in Europe. And we face an enemy that uses all kinds of tools. One day it is military drones. Another day it's migrants being pushed across the borders. They are targeting critical infrastructure. We see the fight with misinformation, all with the purpose to create uncertainty and lack of trust, and attempts to interfere in democratic elections. Security is, of course, not only a question about military means. It is a matter of our hearts and minds. And in a time where democracy is under pressure around the world, we need to show that we deliver for our societies. That we as political leaders are able to help our people to tackle their challenges in everyday life. Our citizens need jobs and economic security. They need health care, education for their kids, affordable food, opportunities for their future. That is why we need to build a stronger Europe economically as well. We have to create the jobs for the future. We have to reduce our dependencies. We have to invest in new technologies and source the critical raw materials that are necessary. And by the way, we have to take much stronger action on migration. We have to strengthen our borders. Uncontrolled migration is changing our societies, and it is our citizens that pays the price. Who can enter and stay in our country? It has to be a democratic decision. Before I pass the floor, there is one thing I want all of you to remember. Back in 2022, when this political family was established, when Russia launched its full-scale invasion in Ukraine, Putin wanted at least three things. He wanted to capture Kyiv, he wanted to overthrow the Ukrainian government, and he wanted to tear Europe apart. Today, after almost 4 years of full-scale war, after spending billions of dollars sacrificing thousands of Russian lives, Putin has not succeeded in any of that. The war is a Russian failure. First and foremost, thanks to you, Volodymyr, to every brave Ukrainian man and woman fighting for our freedom, but also to every nation supporting you. Europe is strong when we decide to be, and we need to make it much stronger. So therefore, dear colleagues, welcome once again, and let us use this opportunity to provide the next concrete solutions to show the way forward for Europe. Thank you, and I would like to pass on the floor to you. Antonio.